Now, why I've always insisted on budgeting. As an Uber driver, you should budget. Why I've always advised every driver to budget. There is a budget at home, and there is a budget also for this car. And this has always been my plan. Any problem comes, I fix it within my budget. This does not mean that everything in your budget, you have to put them together and do them at once. You cannot repair an Uber car at once. You cannot finish Uber problems at once. These cars cause problems. Even now, right now, I can leave this place. The car is good, but I can leave this place and the problem comes. At some point, I had a plan for a tire, or even something like I had a plan maybe to change my seats, to cover my seats. Then another problem comes that is an emergency. So with an Uber car, you have to budget. Wherever any problem comes through, you fix it within your budget, and that's how it works. Now, let me give you my 2026 budget, the early days of 2026, and I'm going to explain to you why I have this budget with me. So my total budget right now, I think this is the cheapest I can do. It goes up to 46,000. And I'm also going to tell you on how I'm going to deal with it, so that I make sure that it does not stop me from moving, and also my other plans, and also I'm paying debt. This is a plan that is, I've always told you to plan. Even if you don't have that money, just have a plan and understand which one can be delayed and which one can be done immediately. Which one you must do immediately. Now, I'm going to read to you some of the budget. And first on top of my budget was a noisy engine. The noise in the engine that was causing a lot of problems for me. Driving was not even smooth, and I've been going with it for 2 months. My mechanic even advised me that I can use it that way, and that's why I was running with it for 2 months, because he told me that if that noise will not go higher, it will not break anything. It was a bearing on the alternator. So he told me that if I'm not that good, I don't have money, or I can delay it to further days, because it will not cause more harm to the engine. So I did that. So repair was about 4,000. Remember, even before, around January, I had an emergency that just came from nowhere. A repair that came from nowhere, where I replaced even a throttle. That came even when I had this noise already. So I had to replace a throttle to keep me moving, then come back to repair the noise in the engine, in the alternator. That noise is common in Uber cars. If you have had an Uber car going with the noise, that noise. So that, even my car, I had that problem, and it's a common problem. And the repair, the budget, I budgeted for 4,000. And also my seats, as you can see, this car, I've driven this car for 2 years. This is my I'm joining my 3rd year, and I've not covered my seats ever since. I've always tried to delay it and stay within the budget. So this time I have it in my budget, because I feel like they are getting very old, but they're not bad. But I feel like now I should do it. Seats, I gave it a budget of 10K. Also remember, some of these budgets, some of them will go low by 500, 1,000 or 2, but I'm just trying to give a close amount to what I want. And also some of my carpets seems to be very old, they're a bit old, tired, and bad, but I feel like I should replace them. I've gone 2 years with them, and I'm tired of them, and they're old to an extent that even if you wash them, sometimes they still look like white, zimeparara. So I feel like replacing them soon, and that is part of my budget for 2026. Another thing is tires. Since I will be I will be going for an NTSA inspection soon, That is something. My tires are not bad, they are good, but you have to change a lot of things. My tires are almost old, and I don't have a lot of problems with them, but I have to replace them so that I will not fail to pass the NTSA checkups. So that will happen in 2 months, but I already have it in my budget. So all the tires will be replaced because I replaced them together last year. And that one, the tires will cost me, I've budgeted for 3,500 each. And that will cost me around 14,000 for the 4 of them. Plus, in fact, it's 5. So it will go for around 18,000. 18,000 because the spare tire is also old. In fact, I don't have a spare tire, and that one I've delayed it for too long. And that one must be replaced. So at some point on this one here, I can start with the spare first because it is 2 months coming. I can start with the spare because that is an emergency. You have to know what to delay and what you have to do immediately. That will help you so much. Budgeting, even if it is 100,000, don't just go into it with the chest. Just go slow and understand what you can do immediately and what you cannot do immediately. So I will go maybe next week. I will go for maybe a spare tire, a carpet. I will replace them, and I have a small work. Some of the small body works in front of my bumper. I've placed it to a bumper, but there is also a damage, a small problem at the back. But that one, once they are repairing a bumper, so they will do it with the bumper. So I place it to a bumper, and I think the bumper repair will cost me 5,000, and that's what I've budgeted for. And also plugs. This one is now a monthly service. I don't have a plug. My plugs are not good, and they are close to. They need some replacement, and I will do it anytime soon. And these ones are some of the things that I will give an attention as fast as possible. So hizo ndio nitaeka mbele. Now, plug, and also, as always, when we were replacing the engine or something last year, I had no money to use coolant because hiyo coolant ilikuwa tulimwaga. Yeah. So, I'm running on water instead of coolant, and I should be replacing it. So, that one is also part of my budget, and I've given it 2,500 AC. When we were replacing the gearbox, we also happened to they opened that pipe that is going to AC, that is carrying that gas, AC gas, and the whole gas flew, and I don't have an AC gas. And since we are almost approaching the rainy season, now you know what to expect if you don't have such a thing, something like a gas, an AC gas. So these are some of the things that are part of my budget. And also I have a gearbox service. Since this gearbox, I replaced it in October with a new oil. Now I think in a month or two I should be replacing that oil. So there would be a gearbox service that I've given it around 15,000. But there is also oil that people are using worth 4,500, but I don't like them. But sometimes you will use them as a driver. You don't have money, the gear is dying, what will you do? Sometimes people use them. So I've given it 13,000. According to my budget, there is a lot of things that I've not placed here. But these ones are things that I've delayed. Some of them are mandatory. I will be doing them very soon. And also remember that being that I have this budget does not mean that I will stop. The daily service will stop. Like now I've done a engine service, and this week I did an engine service at Auto Express. I replaced the noise in the engine that I've given here in my budget 4,000. That noise is gone. If you can hear, the noise is gone. The engine is as good as possible, as good as new. And now out of that budget we have done 4,000. 4,000 is gone. So that's what we did last week. Now our next move, we have the seats. That one is not mandatory. That's not an emergency, so we are not doing it now, but it is part of our budget. Tires is not emergency because I'm also, by replacing my tires, I am targeting NTSA check. So inspection. The inspection is around April, but it is part of my budget. The carpets should be replaced because it's a small money. I've given it around 1,000 to 2,000. So that one can be done anytime soon. Bumper repair is also far about 2 months ahead. So I'm not in a hurry. A plug is an emergency and I will do it even tomorrow. If I go to work today and the business will be good, I will do it. I will do it even tomorrow. So that's an emergency because a plug always talks about your earnings and engine performance. A good performing engine will consume less. So that's why from all these things, anything to do with engine is an emergency. That's why plug is the first thing I'm going to do. A new plug. That's the first thing I'm going to do. I started with that noise repair, and now number 2 on my list to repair is a plug. New plug must. And also the next thing maybe that will be an emergency. The next thing that will be an emergency in this list is an AC. But in case of rains, I think you know what AC does during rainy days, and I don't want to explain to you. So AC here can be done anytime. In fact, this one I can even borrow money anytime. With this AC, it is an emergency. Even if it rains today, I will have to find a way. And also a spare wheel. On the tires, I have 5 of them, but a spare one. Anytime. You know, when there is rains, there is a lot of problems with the tires. They lose that air easily, and that is an emergency. So I have 3 of the things in my list here. I have 3 things that are emergency, almost an emergency. Starting number 1 is a plug. Number 2, AC, because we are almost joining. We are in February. Today is February, I think around 11th. So now you know the rainy season is anytime from now. So a good AC is needed. That is mandatory. Gearbox anytime soon. And most of these things will come later. And now I have to plan myself. That's why I've always told you to plan, but also to understand the emergency, something that will stop you from servicing your loan, something that will stop you from working. So you have to go step by step. You have to look at which one is dangerous, which one can be delayed, just like that. So from my budget here, I think I need even 60,000. But I know things will work very well. If I plan with them very well, I will do away with them soon. Hello guys, please subscribe to our channel. We always do such videos almost every day. Please subscribe. If you like these videos, subscribe, give us a like, and also share with a friend. Thank you.